Hello everyone, Jason is back with another amazing math video. The teacher whispers positive integer A to Anna, B to Brett, and C to Chris. The students don't know one another's numbers, but they do know that the sum of their number is 14. Anna says, I know that Brett and Chris have different numbers. Then Brett says, I already knew that all three of our numbers were different. Finally, Chris announces, now I know all three of our numbers. What is a product ABC? So now, there are two possible ways to get a sum of 14 for three numbers. If you think about it in terms of even number and odd numbers. The first way would, of course, be even, and another even. And the second way could be odd, and even. So now, since Anna says, I know that Brett and Chris have different numbers, her number must be odd. If her number is even, let's say Anna have number 2, then the other two numbers could be Brett could get 6 and Chris could also get 6. And so then she would not have been able to tell that Brett and Chris necessarily have different numbers. So since she have odd numbers, the way we make 14 need to be odd, and even. So Brett was able to tell that all three of our numbers were different, but he was not able to know all three of the numbers. So Brett's number is also odd, but not 1, 3, or 5. Look, if his number is one of them, that may match with Anna's number. So for example, if his number was 1, then Anna could also be 1, and that would end up giving Chris a 12. If his number is 3, Anna could also be 3, and Chris could get a 8. If his number is 5, then Anna could also get 5, and Chris's number could end up being 4. So 1, 3, and 5 is an impossible one, but when you start looking at 7, if Anna's number is also 7, Chris would have 0, and 0 is not a positive integer. Here it says it needs to be a positive integer. So basically, both of them being 7 is impossible. So Brett's choice needs to be an odd number equal or above 7. So 7, 9, 11, and 13. If it's 11, we would already know that the other two numbers need to be 1 and 2, because that's the only way we can make 14 with a number being 11. And then if it's like this, Brett would already know the other two numbers, so Brett's number can't be 11. If the number is 13, there's only 1 left. So if we give 1 to Anna, that will leave Chris with nothing, and that would not be a positive integer. So it's either 7 or 9 for Brett's number. So if Brett's number were 9, then we would have 14 minus 9 equals 5. So Anna and Chris's number would be 5 in that case. And to make 5 with one number being an odd number, we could do 1 plus 4 or 3 plus 2. Now, if Brett's number is 7, we do 14 minus 7 equals 7. And we can make 7 with 1 plus 6, 3 plus 4, and 5 plus 2. So now, concluding our equations, we can notice that Anna's number have to be either 1, 3, or 5. So this is Brett's possible numbers, and Anna's possible numbers would be 1, 3, and 5. So Chris was able to tell all 3 numbers, so his number could be 6, 4, or 2. If his number was 2, we would have 14 equals to 5 plus 7 plus 2, since one of the numbers need to be an odd number in between 1 and 5. The other one would be either 7 or 9, and the last one need to be a 2. And we can also have, in this case, 3 plus 9 plus 2. So that's the 2 case. And there's 2 cases, so if there's 2, Chris wouldn't know which one it would be, so Chris can't tell their numbers. If Chris's number was 4, then we would have 14 equals to 3 plus 7 plus 4, because once again, this one need to be an odd number between 1 and 5. This one need to be either 7 or 9, and this one need to be 4. And he would have another choice, which is 1 plus 9 plus 4. And once again, he had 2 choices, so he wouldn't know which one it is. So we eliminate this choice. And so now, if Chris's number was 6, we would have 14 equals to 1 plus 7 plus 6. And in this case, it's the only way we can do it, with one number being an odd number in 1, 3, and 5, and the other being either 7 or 9. So now that we know the numbers were 1, 7, and 6, we do the multiplication. 1 times 7 times 6 equals, of course, 42. So the product A, B, C would be 42. And here we have the answer. Thank you for watching.